Hello and welcome back to SMT5 Vengeance. In between episodes, I have done some grinding. We have 265,000 Maka. That should help us quite a lot with our fusion problems. But before we get into spending that Maka, I want to go over some other things I found on the map. Thing number 1. This Magatsu rail. We had previously walked over it, but we had never actually clicked on it. So I clicked on it. It actually goes here. What's the main benefit of that? What does it do? Why does this exist? Why do we care? Well, for one, it gives you a way from here to get up to here and then down this way, which I suspect is its main purpose in life, is a way to get kind of down here, maybe? Although this obviously kind of takes away that need, because you could just go to that ley line fount. But the other thing that it does is it allows you to access these two vending machines. Now, there is another way to access the vending machines. There's some stairs right about here that you can go up, but still, it's kind of cool, right? That's kind of useful. The second thing that I found, you can probably notice, are 3 Mimon, which we will go and get at some point. I was basically just looking for vending machines we hadn't already got on the map, because I was like, this map seems like it should have more vending machines, and we didn't really have that many, so I went around and found some. We do have some more now, and we can make some more money off of them, but yeah, still not as many as I thought we would find. I actually didn't pick up these ones, but yeah, doesn't really matter. Right, now, the second thing that we're going to do before we spend money is a question from the comments. The question was, why don't we make the... I'm just simplifying the question as well. Why don't we make the component parts of a special fusion instead of paying for the whole special fusion from, like, the exact components, right? So why don't we make, say, King Frost instead of paying for King Frost? So, because if we go down here, we could make King Frost for 12,000, while it costs us 16,000 to use it from our compendium. Well, the answer is simply that we wouldn't end up with one that's the same level to start with. So if we go and have a look at this King Frost that we would make, it would be a level 35 King Frost, right? So this King Frost isn't going to have all the abilities, and in fact it's going to have different abilities to the King Frost that we currently have in our compendium. So that's reason number 1. Basically it wouldn't be as good, because a higher level King Frost means that we're getting a higher level Nahobiho, which is good, with a higher level, better stats, more useful. So that's reason number 1. Reason number 2 is that our demon stock is currently capped. We are currently at 24 or 24, so we just don't have space to hold a King Frost, which is a little bit of a problem. I'm thinking that what we're going to do after we do a couple of special fusions here is we're going to have a look at this party and just look at it from, like, the perspective of what can we get rid of. Even if we're fusing two things together to make something that we don't need or have already made or have already had at some point, if we can fuse two things together to make a higher level thing, it might be worth it. Like, if we can fuse Kudlak and Throne together, right, and we end up with a higher level thing, even if we've already had that higher level thing, it frees up some demon stock for us and it gives us more options to do things like that, which might save us money. Anyway, let's fuse the Nahobiho, because we're ready to. Yeah. So this will leave us with 200,000 afterwards. This thing looks pretty good. While in the active party, very slightly decrease the amount of Magatsuhi consumed when an ally uses a Magatsuhi skill. Interesting. 10 weak strength-based ice attacks to random foes, greater effective critical. Interesting. There's just a medium strength electric attack. There's a physical attack. You can force your next attack to be critical. So I guess what you would do is critical or a Jack Tempest, maybe? It's interesting as an idea. Fry Cudgel is incredible. So this is high chance of critical hit, severe strength-based almighty attack. Basically, the perfect attack. That's what we want to have eventually as well. So I imagine we're probably going to have something like that in Severing Bite. So we're going to use this 99% of the time, and then when we use the Magatsu ability to get crits, we're going to use Severing Bite. I think that's roughly where I see us ending up for now, but still, very good. In fact, all 3 of these are pretty solid abilities. So, anyway. Lore. A Jack Frost who looks like a certain Nahobino. Not content with being a mere demon, he pushes himself to his limits. His blue hair and costume are homemade, and he's said to be proud of his divine craftsmanship. He likes snowy mornings, and by his own words, aims to create a world of silver. Alright then. So what are we going to pass along here? Ice Draco Strike is tempting. It's definitely tempting because it's a lot cheaper than Jack Tempest. Anything else that's interesting? Black Draco Strike, for now, would be interesting. It's another weakness we can hit. High Restore, I think, is going to be worth using. So the question is, do we need anything else in here? Inspiring Leader is also interesting because it will be a lower level than us. So it's potentially worth doing that. Wait, what do we get? Get Enduring Soul. Huh. Yeah, so I was thinking maybe it might be worth doing that and replacing it with like Enduring Soul or replacing it with Fry Cudgel. I definitely don't need Resist Light. Ice Pleroma is also incredible because that's your main ability. Okay, Ice Pleroma is going in. So we're taking Ice Pleroma, Black Draco Strike. I'm not going to take Ice Draco Strike. And then High Restore? Or do I take Inspiring Leader? Maybe I take Inspiring Leader over Black Draco Strike? Yeah, okay. I think I'm going to go High Restore, Ice Pleroma, Inspiring Leader. That's what we're going to go with. Right. Let's do it. Unless I want to get rid of Critical Aura. I could get rid of Critical Aura. It's an interesting one. Because Jack Tempest does more if it crits, right? Which probably means it's beneficial to do this. It's like using Charge and then using an attack. It's probably beneficial to do Critical Aura than Jack Tempest. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm going to take High Restore. Let's do it. Let's fuse it.
Is this demon to your liking?
Yes, and we need High Restore because it costs so much to use Jack Tempest, which we want to crit. Yes, and in fact, wait a second, how's High Restore phrased? When it strikes a foe's weakness or lands a critical hit, you get MP recovery. This is 10 attacks, right? So that's 10 amounts of MP recovery. So yeah, you could pretty much go forever if you Critical Aura Jack Tempest. Yeah, so this is correct. Okay.
Is this
Fuse
demon
it.
to your liking?
Okay. We have High Restore. Even an all-powerful god needs items, ho. Charge Gem. Okay. Fair enough. So that's the first one. The next one is Agrat. Agrat is fused out of Seth, and I think is definitely worth it. So Seth currently provides us Yabasami Shot, Madness Nails, and Mazandan. Okay. So I think it's worth making Agrat here. Even though Agrat's strength is bad. Do I want to take this? That's the question. Probably not. No, I don't think that's worth it for you. Spirit Drain is a +5. I don't think we need that. What are you learning? Almighty Pleroma. Almighty Pleroma is pretty good. So Queen's Decree is 12 minimal Almighty attacks. But it's going to be Pleroma'd up. And while it's in the active party, attacks including magic may become critical hits. So this may crit with Almighty. Okay. Resist Fire Unnecessary. Null Force is interesting. We have one slot free afterwards. Fire Pleroma is probably unnecessary. You're not good enough at fire. Increased critical rate. Now that's intriguing because your Kadishtu stuff means that you can crit with magic. This increases the rate that you could crit. I think I'm going to do it because nothing else really works. I'm going to go Null Force, Murderous Lee, and then we'll take Almighty Pleroma. Wait, do I need the heal? I don't need the heal. Okay, that gives us a spot free. What would I take instead? Maybe Concentrate? Concentrate will boost your next magic attack. Yeah, let's do that. Let's cancel 2 of these. We're now going to switch to Concentrate, Null Force, Murderously. And then Almighty Plurima will go over the heal. Yeah. Lore. Agrat Bat Malat, one of the 4 female demons in the Zohar, a spiritual text of Jewish mythical thought. Her name means Agrat, daughter of Malat, said to be child of Malat, daughter of Ishmael, who had a child with a desert demon named Yggdrasil. A queen of demons, she is called the demon who dances on the roof, and is said to wander the air with a horde of messengers of destruction on Wednesday and Sabbath Eve. It's also said that men sometimes begged Agrat for help, seeking for her to share the night with them.
Is this demon to your liking?
Okay, let's do it.
Chaos shall reign supreme.
Alright.
Yes.
Take that over that one. Cool. So that's that. You're too high a level. And you are also too high a level. And we don't have the stuff. Because we're missing Cherub. Okay. Now I'm going to leave for a second and just work out our party. Right? Now we've done that. Let's just do a little party workout. So, can I move people around here? No. I think I've tried that before and been like, that would be useful to be able to move these around. I think it's... Oh, you can sort them separately by order joined. Yeah, no, I want to, like... I would like to have them just, like... so I could order them, but that's fine. We'll leave them by order joined. That's easy enough for now. Okay, so... Now Biho is obviously incredible, as are you. Just working out how we can have him in our party. The Nahobiho cannot really be in our party in any case. Well, thing is, you've got... Although this is an ice attack, it will crit, which means you get extra turns anyway. So you could potentially be in our party. Agrat, I kind of want to see if Queen's Decree works the way I think it does, because this one says... For Kadishtu Demon Allies. You are a Kadishtu Demon Ally. Okay, I want to see if Agrat can actually crit. I think that's going to change some things for us. If Agrat can crit, then that's interesting. Right, let's go find some thrones to beat up. Hey, don't you run away from me. You're here for testing purposes. I'm going to do this just to give us an extra turn. Let's look at this in best case scenario. Let's concentrate as well. Pass. Pass. Hit that. Okay. Queen's Decree. Let's see how this looks. So she should have vastly increased crit. This can crit. It did crit. I saw a crit. Okay. That's interesting. Hey, cert level though. He gets Hades Blast. That's pretty good actually. That's kind of, yeah. Heavy physical attack to all foes. It's definitely interesting. Do I think it's better than Severing Bite or Brave Blade? I think it's probably better than Brave Blade. Okay. Interesting. So, that can crit. That's definitely intriguing. And with 12 attacks with a high crit rate, it's likely to crit as well. It did what? What's that like? Does this say to random foes? Yeah. So it did like 70 per hit concentrated. So if you were doing that on one foe, it could do 700, 840 or something like that, right? 840. I didn't see how much the crit did. I assume the crit did more. It might have done like 100. So let's say that we're talking like 900 damage and attack. Now, compared to us, right, our Severing Bite does like 300 normally and 800 on a crit. Okay, that's interesting. I think Agrat is definitely an interesting column. The problem with Agrat is if we think about how our normal turns would go, it's crit, you then set up with concentrate. This then leaves us in a very weird situation as third, because we then need to do something that's guaranteed to get a crit, right? Or guaranteed to get us another turn, or it means it might not get back around to our healer, and our healer being in slot 4. Now we could also do this. The problem with this is that if we put you into slot 3, that leaves us with another problem, in that you also want to set up. So it would be crit, set up, and then we're definitely not getting back around to number 4, which would be us. Also, us being in the 4th slot means if anyone misses, we don't get 2 turns. Now we could move us here and go for a crit, and if we don't get the crit, then we go for Agrat, and Agrat setup or not setup. We could do something like that. I suppose that's not too bad, right? Set yourself up for a crit here. If we get it, then we'll let Agrat have a turn set up. If we don't get it, then we don't. But that then also leaves us with the problem, which that means our healer can't set up on their turn necessarily. It means that they're 50-50 on whether the heal. Actually, no, it means if you crit, let's just think about it. You crit, you can both set up. Yeah, I guess Agrat would then have to hit a weakness or pass. Okay. I'm willing to try this. Let's try this. It's something different. The other option is that you do the same thing with the Nahobiho. The benefit of the Nahobiho is that you would be more likely to be able to hit a weakness because you have more things that can hit weaknesses. While Agrat is hitting on Almighty. Actually, Agrat has 2 things that could hit weaknesses. Maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe Agrat is fine. Yeah, I guess Agrat might be fine there. Let's try this. Okay. So, who is definitely out of the party? Who is the worst? Kudlak. I think Kudlak's the worst person in our party. Kudlak, Throne, Cerberus, I think are truly trash. I think Cert could probably go. I think Mara could probably go. I think Gur Makala could definitely go. Okay, Fenrir is fairly bad, as is Skadi. Okay, so we've got some people who can go here. Kusunanushi is good by virtue of being a high level. Which isn't good, it's just, like, good for now. I also know that a lot of this episode is going to be set up. But,
Welcome,
you know, it needs to be done.
return.
So that we can make more progress later. Right. Also, while I'm here, we should talk to everybody, and then we should do that, because if we don't talk to everyone first, I'm going to end up fusing people we can talk to. Not Tal, though. Oh, earned recognition from demons in a demon haunt 10 times or more. True blue buddy. You've done so much for this world and proven your worth as a new god. I look forward to the day when you claim the throne and change the world for the better. Tal has utmost trust in you and gets 4 strength, but also gets a light potential up by 1, which is nice. Okay, what else did you get? Luster candy? That's just not it. Because Light of Order is already like better luster candy. So why would I ever take luster candy? Because it's 40 cheaper. Yeah, but in what situation am I buffing all stats, but I'm worried about like not healing, right? Like pretty much every situation I'm gonna have taken damage on the previous turn. Anyway.
Yes.
So this is how you engage with demons. Fascinating. Perhaps I'll try this with the demons under my command sometime. Okay. Hello.
Indeed.
You handle management of all the demons, items, and Maka, do you? I had no idea the station of Nahobino could be so, well, secretarial. Oh, okay. Nahobino, might you consider escorting me to the human world? It's been far too long since I found a beautiful human woman to be my wife. I'm not going to be your wingman, Azazel. Ah, it is truly sublime being able to strengthen our minds and bodies in this land bathed in white. Now then, let us be off to the stage of our decisive battle. Okay. Back to the world of shadows.
Welcome.
I don't have any... Oh, yeah, I do have things to register because everything just got XP. Right. Demon Fusion. We're going to do Dyad Compendium Fusion. Actually, we're going to look at Special Fusions first. The reason we're looking at Special Fusions, what have we got that can't leave the party? Nothing here, although you're made out of Seth, which is interesting because you're physical, so you'll probably take the Yabasami shot. Nothing here. Nothing here. Yeah, we already got rid of Nebrios. Okay, so nothing in our party is needed for special fusions. That's useful info. Except for Mother Harlot, which we know will be used for the next... we know will be used for the next Return of the True Demon one. It's just because that's the pattern. Alright. Well, is Hydra the worst in our party? Hydra might be the worst because it's so low level right now. Hydra's not going to do anything going forward. Hydra is pretty much done. Alright, what can we make Hydra into? Garulu. Okay, now we know we can potentially find a Garulu, but Hydra plus thrown into Garulu? Sounds great to me. Okay, so you're a force space attacker. Yeah, okay, I mean, we're passing along fire stuff, but I think that, yeah, this seems great to me. You're more strength-based than force, which is kind of weird, because you've got, like, force damage, but you haven't got, like, the force, Draco Strike, which means that you're kind of weird. You gain this, which is very good. Okay, so we're going to take that. That's going to go in place of Slumbering Vortex, probably. Might go in place of Dark Sword, but let's see. That goes in place of some Slumbering Vortex, in theory, or Dark Sword. Let's say I replace Dark Sword. Let's put Resist Ice Dragon Eye on you here. So that's 2. Fire Draco Strike is worth passing along. That's 3. And then probably Severing Bite. Yeah. So it's Severing Bite, Fire Draco Strike, Resist Ice Dragon Eye. Done. A demon that takes the shape of a giant bird in Sri Lankan mythology, also known as Garulu Yaksha, is believed to be a derivation of Garuda, the spirit bird of Indian mythology, which is an ideological opposition to its place in the Sri Lankan mythology, in which it is interpreted as a demon. Alright.
Is this demon?
Let's make one. That frees us up a slot. Cool. Then I'm going to replace Dark Sword with this one, because Dark Sword is never going to be used. There we go. Now, that leaves us 1 demon slot. Do we have anything that we can fuse? No. So we currently have nothing to fuse, so... yeah, I guess that means that that's us done for now. Okay. It's fine. We did a lot of work to make sure that we're in the right position, but we're kind of done. Okay. Now I have a new analyze for Garulu, because we now know about Garulu. Garulu needs some things moved around, so that's going to be there, that's going to be there, that's going to be there, there. Cool. Right, so that gives us 1 demon slot. We're still not quite where we need to be, but that's okay. Let's have a look at quests. Let's see if we can do a quest. So, what is the quest most likely to be done? So, it's probably defeat the former ruler of the world, Baal, atop the mountaintop in Tenozu. Yeah. That seems like the most reasonable one for us to do right now. The Bull God's Lineage. It gives us a gospel as well, so we are going to level up from doing it. Wow, we are definitely going to level up very, very quickly right now. That's okay. I kind of get the feeling that's intentional. Especially seeing the level of quests that we need to do. This the right one? Nope, we need the other one. Okay. So it's this one. Now, also, who are we taking into this? That's fine. Okay, I just wanted to make sure we didn't have any obvious dark weaknesses, just because we're fighting a tyrant. Right, save. Let's go. That takes us up here. Down here. And now we run up. These guys should run in panic from us, although it appears that they run towards us here, which is interesting. You sense the presence of a powerful demon. What will you do? Stay. So you've come now, Hobino. I am the deity Baal. I am the ruler of gods. There are none more fit to rule than I. With that charlatan who deigns to be a creator now gone, I must make my return as a Nahobino. It is time to reclaim my throne. Now, Nahobino, you possess the right, no, the divinity to rule. The divinity of the bull god to inherit Baal. Not only that, but you will be reborn as a Nahobino. Very favorable indeed. That is the charge I give you, Alpax, and your soul of a Nahobino. Even more fortunately, your soul can be reshaped to serve as my own. That is how well suited you are. Now is the time. I shall permit you to become my soul. It matters not that you aren't my other half. Abandon that useless demon and serve as the soul of a true king. No? Although it's interesting that you can accept. Foolish, but as it stands, we cannot forge a pact. And I have no choice. I shall have to torture you until you offer your soul to me willingly. Baal must be the one to hold the throne. That is law. I'm interested what happens if you accept. Ooh. I like the music. We've heard this song before, but I do like it. Okay, we know this is gonna work, right? This always works. So that's fine. I'm now gonna Spyglass. Hammer of Judgment. When the user receives a stat debuff, adds one press turn icon at the start of the user's next turn. Weak to ice, very huge for us. You have electric, fire, physical. Okay. An ice block as well, which is okay. Not the end of the world. Yeah, you're mostly fine. Okay. So, here, I'm thinking Mabufudine. Followed by Bowl. One of these. Could potentially use like a Omnipotent Succession or something. Could also be turned to switch out Agra, actually. Let me just have a look at Nahobiho. Yes, this is a perfect fight for Nahobiho. So goodbye, Agra.
Let's go.
This is actually perfect for you. Right. We're going to do this turn. Just because it's going to hit weakness. Very cool. Nice. And we heal 20. Okay, so it looks like it doesn't get MP for each one. Alright. Overhyped it slightly, but that's okay. Resisted. Maziodyne's going to get blocked, which is great. We do have someone who takes a weakness. Is that Azazel, because he's a healer? Yes. Okay. Right. Hit him. Oh, I should have done... That's okay. I'm going to do this. I was going to say I should have done crits, but we're okay. We'll get away with it. Severing Bite. Jack Tempest. Very good damage. Bowl. Severing Bite, which is what I should have done on this character previously. Severing Bite. Again, Jack Tempest. And heal. Cool. Fire. That's not the end of the world, that's okay. Gathering Magatsuhi. So the correct thing to do this turn is guard. You're going to do your almighty attack, I think, which is maybe going to kill Nahobiho. Oh, no, you're going to do this, which will get blocked. Followed by ice block, which is okay. That's only a 1-turn block. We're okay with this. Okay. This one. Critical wave. Didn't get it. I kind of want to use critical aura, but I'll do that next turn, or like next go round. Pull. Hit him. That's horrible. Obviously, that's horrible. Hey! Never punished. Ice blocks back up again. Again, not the end of the world. Could do waves of order. I do quite like the heal, but let's leave that for now. Crit. Is that your only weakness, ice? It is. Okay. Critical wave would be nice. Critical wave? Didn't get it. Okay. You have to pass. You have to heal. Next up, you're about to run out, so we're going to hit you with this. I'm now going to change you out for someone else. Could be Agrat, I suppose. Maybe Garulu? Garulu has the same ability. Could be okay. I think Garulu makes sense for one that's guaranteed going to hit. What are you weak to again? Just that. Okay. Yeah, I think it makes sense to switch you for Garulu then, because it's the same character basically in terms of how we're using them. Okay. Critical aura. So we're gonna crit if we're given the opportunity, and then we're gonna use bowl again. That's fine. Fire. Okay. And then ice block. Fair enough. That's still annoying. What if I got a cursed poison? That would apply. That would actually do something to them. Yeah, that would in theory apply a weakness, but we're going to use this. There may also be an argument for switching out Nahobiho, but I don't want to do that just yet. Could also just do crits, but yeah. Don't know. I think I made a mistake focusing on this guy for now. Right. Pass. Do I need to heal? I do. Crit. Crit. Nice. You're already set up, so maybe I'll also set up a charge gem on you. Yeah. Oh, that overrode your crit? Oh. Oops. You have enough for another bowl heal, so we'll do that. Tentarafu. That's annoying. Ow. That's incredibly annoying, actually. Accursed poison. All stat down, and we added a press turn icon. And you've been sealed, so you can only use physical. Huge. Okay. Amrita shower. Yeah, Amrita shower. If we can find it. Cool. Are you, you are not currently ice blocked, I think. So I'm good to hit you with Jack Tempest. Cool. Wasn't really that impressive, but that's alright. Heal. Yabasami shot. Just a crit. And then I'm going to use this turn to switch out. Ah, you're weak to electricity still. Wonder if I want to switch out someone for Thor. Maybe. Just because of the elect block. Do kind of want to bring Agrat in. Agrat is weak to electricity, though, which is a problem. Other Harlot? You don't really bring anything, though. That's the problem. I was also wondering whether I want to bring in Siegfried. What abilities does Baal have again? Fire. Okay. As I was thinking, Siegfried would be immune to a lot of what they'd be throwing out, a lot of the physical stuff. But it'd be Siegfried instead of Garulu. And you basically just be rolling the dice on a crit. Yeah, and we don't have a snake or a dragon in the party. I don't even know if we have a snake or a dragon currently. We do not. Okay. I think at the moment we've got too many options available to us. I think I have to change Azazel. And I think Konohana makes the most sense because a reflect immediately ends your turn. So let's do that. Even if you're weak to electricity, I think this is the correct move. Let's see. All skills are sealed. All skills are sealed. All skills are sealed. All skills are sealed. Wonderful. So completely nullified their big turn. That's what we like to see. Hit him. Follow with a critical wave. Didn't get a crit. That's okay. Jack Tempest because we didn't get the crit. So we can't use the setup turn. Bowl. Hit him. Go for a crit. Didn't get it. Jack Tempest because we can't do a setup turn. We got a crit on that as well, actually. And then Sakuya Sakura, which is a heal, which means that she's a little safer, but also a buff. Okay, Baal recovers. Then Tarafu. Annoying. Very annoying. Okay, I don't have a Curse of Poison. I think I have to just try and guard this turn. Okay. Guard. Has fire. It gets reflected. Turn ends. Amazing. Okay, Curative Cattail. Onto you. You recovered, at least. Nahobiho can Curative Cattail themselves. You should Curative Cattail Garulu. It doesn't really matter what order I do them in. In fact, you should pass your turn for now. Just because so you can set a bowl. Could do Tides of Chaos or something, but let's just set a bowl. Because we're going to need it. You're going to crit. And then I'm going to Curative Cattail Nahobiho. There we go. The stats are going to wear off at the end of this turn. Resist Electro... Oh, it's... Okay, Heavy Almighty. It's fine. Ice Block. Acceptable. We're okay with that. Crit. Think about it. We're going to heal on Konohana's turn. If I want to swap, which I do, I want to swap on your turn. I'm going to bring in Agra. I've decided I'm bored of the ice block. I'm going to take the risk with the electricity weakness. Now I have nobody who nulls electricity, actually, so I probably want to switch Garulu out on Garulu's turn. Okay. Concentrate. I probably should have thought of that earlier. Do this. Garulu, you're going to change for Thor. I think. Yeah, you're going to change for Thor.
Let's go.
That's acceptable. We're going to go for a crit. Didn't get it. You're going to use Queen's Decree. We got a crit in there. And then I'm going to bowl again. Right. That's fine. Meshidola's fine-ish. Ice Block. Don't care about Ice Block. We're not hitting ice anymore. Right. Now we're going to critical. We've powered ourselves up. Follow that up with a Severing Bite. Nice. Severing Bite. Queen's Decree or Concentrate? Probably just Queen's Decree here. Nice. I think this is the game where Concentrate is just double, so that's fine. Yeah. So I think that using it twice or using Concentrate and using it, this is the same, basically. This is the kill. Cool. Okay. Probably should have switched earlier to Agrat, but apart from that, I'm okay with that. Resist Fizz is pretty good to have as a pass-on ability. Impossible. I am the ruler of gods. How can I be defeated? Beelzebub. Only I had that power, I would not have fallen here. Damn you, Lucifer. Where is it? Where did you hide it? Curse you. There's something on the ground where Baal disappeared. You obtained a deity talisman. Allies of the deity race can now use the Magatsuhi skill Omagatoki Charge. All charge effects will remain for all allies until the next turn, doing it multiple uses of charge effects, basically. Cool. Well, head back. Cleopatra wants a word and a demon. Okay. Go and speak to Cleopatra and Mara. Well, ain't you a lean, mean, fine machine? Ya look ready to take on the world, kid. Alright, fairly tame for Mara.
Excuse me?
Do not make the mistake of thinking the ability to command demons is unique to you alone. I myself am a queen of demons. As such, I could easily fill this place with envoys of destruction. Okay. In here, Cleopatra.
Say!
I flat out refuse to fall behind. I'm going to make myself stronger. Okay, power up to agility. Not bad. Okay. Cool, we'll head back and then we'll hand in the quest. Leyline Crossing, back to here. Back to... yeah, I think this is the closest one to there. You can hand in the quest. Wonderful. So it's this way. And now we just run through here. Right. Along this way. Might as well grab this while I'm here. And keep running. Yeah, I'm going to ignore you right now. Nahobiho. As useful as you are getting ignored. Okay. Yellow Mitama is up there. That's good to know. We'll probably drop down and do that if it's still there when we're finished with this. I didn't see a vending machine in this area, which is kind of weird. Like, this area feels like it should have one in it, which probably means it does, and I just haven't found it. But, yeah. Kind of felt to me like that area was missing a vending machine, because then, you know, you'd have a reason to run through. Like, you'd have something to do while running through there. But all the other areas you run through tend to have vending machines, like this one. There we go. And then over here. Hello. Oh, you want to join the party, don't you?
It's finally here!
I can't believe it. You defeated the former ruler of this world. What an extraordinarily grand harvest. You deserve this bountiful reward. You obtained the gospel. Okay. That's a lot of XP. Okay. I'll take another point in strength. We're now at 150 strength. Azazel leveled up. Norn leveled up. Gets Null Light. Null Light, not very useful for Norn. Incredibly useful for other people. Great Net Mana Spring. Is that what I'm giving up? Am I giving up Great Mana Spring? Yeah, probably. Kamael. Catastrophe. So that's a severe attack, right? Severe physical. Honestly, I don't need it, because I'm going to use this 99% of the time, and I'll use Severing Bite if I want to do damage.
It can't be. With
that, there are no other obstacles in my way.
Well...
Say, Alpax? No, never mind. Sorry to bother you. I just remembered I have some urgent business, so I must be going now. good day to you. Deity Baal's been unlocked for fusion. Yeah, I think she does join you, but maybe it's not yet. Maybe it's next time you find her. Okay. That's where I want to go. Fight it. The reason we fight this is that it gives us money. Well, it directly doesn't give us money, but, you know. We get money via, like, killing it. There we go, light gems. Queen's Decree. There we go. 1 antique shirt plus 8,000. Okay. Cadaver's Hollow. Then we'll sell. Cool. That's fine. Let's recovery. Also need to switch up our party, but we'll do that in a second. World of Shadows.
Welcomed.
Yes. Apotheosis. What did I get? What's new in here? For us. Oh, Baal. I didn't realize I got Baals. Okay. Floral Gust. Oh, that's not that good. Okay. What's Baal's affinity? That's pretty nice. A Reflect, 2 Resists, and a Nullify? That's incredible. What's our current one? Your current one's not like that good except for the fact it resists physical. Alright. Cool. Demon Fusion, Special Fusion. There's Baal. Okay, what do I need for Baal? I need Mott, Belphegor, and... yes, this one. Mithras? I want to say Mithras. Is that correct? No idea. It's level 82. I was just going in here to see whether we could see it, but we can't. Alright. Cool.
Return.
Wait a second. Always forget to do this.
Welcome.
Register to compendium.
Return.
Right. Now we're not quite done yet, because there's one other thing I said we were going to do this time that we haven't yet done. And that's go and get these, Emons. Right. So, over here, we have this one. These are all areas I thought there might be vending machines, but as it turns out, it's these guys. Heading north to get you to Shinobazu Pond. Huh? You already been? Cool. That's 175, so we can get another reward from Cadaver. Down here. Way back, lotus flowers bloom in summer. Pink color so beautiful. Huh, where'd this memory from? Alright. Return to the ley line. Then I think it's gonna be this one. Then this one. Then I guess this one will take me roughly to where I want to go. At which point, I'm going to jump off the edge here. And hopefully I can remember where this is just from vibes. Because I didn't keep track of how I got into this area. I just remember roughly how I kind of got near it. Sorry. It's the vending machine. Oh, there's another one here. Okay. Name of city. Okachimachi come from how many foot soldiers lived there back then. Okachi samurai. No allowed ride horse. No allowed ride horse. Okay. Cool. Well, that's another Memon. Meman. Okay. So I get the feeling it was this way. So basically, you get to this one that I'm looking for via a tunnel. I just don't remember the entrance. See, because it's here, right? Like you have to find the tunnel that leads you there. The tunnel might have been entered into from the... Oh, Zipondatara, okay. I was just like wondering what that laugh was, but it might have been entered into from the other side, but it might also be right here. Aha, I knew it was under a bridge. There we go. This was just, again, vending machine searching. Hello. Ameya Yokocho always come to mind when think about Okachimachi. Open air market feel a lot like festival, yeah? Alright. That's 178. Right. Cadavers. Let's get our 175 reward.
Nice work.
That got us 3 large glory crystals. That's pretty good. What's our next rewards? Lakshmi's Essence, Sutra Set, Soma, large glory crystals, and a bomb set.
Need any?
Ooh.
See you next time.
Oh, I need to, never mind. Cadaver, back in here. Need to sell you some things.
Looking to set.
That's an extra 3,000. Not too bad. Right. So now we got an analyze for something. For Baal. Okay, cool. And we now have these large glory crystals, which are 100 each. Nice. It's just a 415, which probably means we should learn another miracle. So back to the world of shadows.
Welcome.
Let's do that. Apotheosis, learn miracles. What have we got? I want demon proficiency and divine proficiency. I want divine proficiency first. Yeah. Demon proficiency is like a close second, but this now means that I can learn, or I can essence fusion skills for us from Algame Type 0. So I want this one. Murakumo. Yeah. I want Murakumo, I want Almighty Pleroma, and I probably want Enduring Soul. Let's figure out how we can make that fit. So what do I currently have? So Severing Bite is a necessary. Murakumo is a necessary. Do I need Critical Wave? Well that's a question. Critical Wave is, in theory, very good for us. The problem is, well, I guess Yabusame Shot is a better Critical Wave, right? So in theory, that's a direct replacement. So it'd be that. Do I need Sakanagi? I don't need Sakanagi anymore. Okay, so that frees up a slot, because this is a straight replacement. So that's a straight replacement, that's a straight replacement. So that's those two. Storm Draco Strike is a maybe. Bloodied Lee, increased critical rate. Now, I might not need that. Rooted Soul, I also might not need. Fizz Pleroma, it feels like I should have, as I should also have Almighty Pleroma. Enduring Soul, it feels like I should have. Do I need Great Mana Spring? No, because if I was Great Mana Spring, well, that's 120. I was going to say I would just take Rooted Soul instead, but maybe Great Mana Spring is better. Do I need Bloodied Lee? It's interesting, right? Bloodied Lee is very good because it increases your critical rate. But that was much more important when I had Critical Wave, which has a high chance of landing critical hits. I now have a guaranteed way of landing critical hits. Okay. So, if I have a guaranteed way of doing it, then I don't really need it unless I'm going to try Severing Bite for crits. Huh. I could free slots. We could go Great Mana Spring. Rooted Soul is also interesting, especially with Great Mana Spring. You'd end up with a ton of mana. Do we ever run out of mana on the main character? No, but I have had Rooted Soul up until now. Huh. Do I need Storm Draco Strike? That's the next question. It's not terrible, but now I have Yabusame Shot, I don't think I ever need Storm Draco Strike, because I only ever use this to hit a weakness, and I will now always hit weaknesses. Effectively. So, do I need this? I think I need something better than that. I mean, I'll take Rooted Soul and Great Mana Spring, but I think I need something better than that right now. let's go with this. Yeah, I think this is... It gives me the abilities I need off of this Aogami anyway. Right. Then skills. I just want to check. Is it Murderous Glee? Murderous Glee would be better, because that's greatly increased. Is there not one that makes it so that your crits do more? Like, normal attacks do less, crits do more. We have that on somebody. We have that on Siegfried. Yes, we do. Okay. Where is Siegfried? I mean, obviously it's going to be around the right level. Just double checking these as we go through them, so I'm not going too fast. High Restore is also interesting because we crit a lot. Oh, you'll pass along Freikudgel eventually, which I don't need because I already have. Well, this has a high chance of landing criticals. Ours, this criticals do more. Okay, interesting. Back out of there. Murderous Glee, no. No, no. No, you don't have it. Huh. It's not Murderous Glee. It's Murderous Glee again. Yeah, this one's intriguing. Like, there are things we could use from that thing. Not Power Punch. Maybe I'll find the ability and then I'll come back to this. Yeah. Critical Zealot. There we go. Increased critical damage, but normal damage decreases. I think this is what I want in the end game. I think I want that, and then maybe Murderous Glee with that works well. The thing is, right? If we're gonna go for Murderous Glee, we should get rid of this, right? Because we would use this instead. We would use Murakumo if we don't know the weakness, because an almighty attack can never be blocked anyway. So we would effectively get rid of that for the extra chance of critting, and then maybe we'd have a high restore instead of Rooted Soul. I think that would make sense to me. But we'd maybe we'd have high restore instead of Rooted Soul and Great Mana Spring, and then we'd have Critical Zealot, and then we just fish for crits. Yeah, I think that sounds like the end game for us, but I don't have Critical Zealot that I can access, so that's fine. For now, this will work, but we kind of know what our end game is. Cool. Is there anything else I need to do on the map? Not right now. Cool. Well, in that case, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.